I just don't know where it ends quite yet, and I've heard it how many times? This is 8 or 9 of the tour, 10 something.
Yep. All right. Well, if only we had something to talk about tonight.
Yes.
Oh man, jeez.
Gosh,
what a fucking barn burner!
It was an interesting show for sure.
It was.
Well, let's take it from the top. We got Sigma Oasis? Is that what they opened with?
Yep. Sigma Oasis was the opener.
And that was what it is. He has a bucket full of thoughts, yes. I'm pro Sigma Oasis for an opener.
I like it.
Oh, I better go find my spot,
I like it. It's a good opener. It's fun. I like that album overall anyway. So hearing stuff off of that, I'm not going to complain about. And that was a good opener. I agree.
Right, they sound check Leaves, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That'll pop its head up in Hershey or AC, probably.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We'll see. I'm just happy Tweezer's on the table still. It's got to be one of those 5 nights I'm getting a Tweezer. There's no two ways about it.
I mean, and even with the repeats that are going on, you're not too, I mean, there's a lot. 5 nights that you're going to get. I mean, there's a lot for you. So you'll have fun. Plus the 2 you already saw. So you're going to have a good run there with everything. So that's good. Yeah.
So what happened, Llama, next? You got the set list, right?
I do not have the set list in front of me, but I know that they played something and then they played Mike's.
Right. Oh, they played Curtain without.
Curtain.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to the way it should be.
Oh,
you're one of those, huh?
I'm without. I'm all without all the time.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
I'm learning so much about you. Like, it's so interesting.
This show needs like one more person to bring up the.
Maybe 2. What do you think? What about 2 more people, but in one stream together?
Oh, I like it. A twofer.
I like it. Let's do it. Bring them in.
There we are. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, guys.
Well, how's it going? That was a little confusing.
So are you Curtain with or without?
I'm a Curtain with guy, but the fact that they didn't actually with tonight was kind of cool. I mean, they dropped right into the mics. That was actually a really good mics too. Yeah. I thought it was a fairly concise mics for the rest of the fucking Trady HD that was going on for the rest of the night.
Has there been mics into My Soul before?
I've never heard that. I thought it was a weird choice, but I loved it.
I loved it. Yeah.
The most notable of, I mean, there's a lot of obviously extremely strange stuff that just happened, but the more into Ginseg was probably the weirdest of them all.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have ever anticipated that, but
yeah, that's true.
It was a nice little bookend. Is that called a reprise or is that just Bathtub Gin again?
we were saying that. I was like, did they play Sally? Did they play Ghost? Did they play did they actually play any of those things? Do we call it a mashup? Is that a word that
mashup? That's what it is. Like I have a
what it is.
Do it again.
I feel like that's not a word that Phish fans use that often. Like, if you remember like the Riverport mashup? Like that's not a thing.
That or somebody tweeted earlier the Led Zeppelin set that they were just like going in and out of stuff for like Tweezer Fest from a few years ago, but it wasn't one song. Like even the Ghost, they went into Ghost and they were still playing the Waves chords in Ghost.
That was also really weird. I was like computing in my brain.
It should be a backslash Ghost / Sally because it's 2 songs that weaved in and out of each other.
Well, when they went from Waves into Ghost, it was like they were playing the Waves chords but singing Ghost.
Right.
Which
the rest of the band was
confused.
Llama said there were funny looks.
But then they just went for it. Like everybody was really confused when they did that, and then they absolutely sent it into the strangest back and forth mashup of all time.
By the time they started playing Ghost, they stopped and went into whatever Sally.
Remember when they randomly started doing Martian Monster?
Yeah.
I looked at Skoy and I was like, Well, first of all, I have to say I've been really on it tonight with the call, so I'm just humble brag. But they did like a half-second note, and I was like, "Are they really about to do Martian Monster?" And then, but they didn't really play Martian Monster. They did.
Used
It was
a sample, right?
It was something. It was a something. I don't know what it was.
And seriously, that had to have been the shortest Ghost ever. Like 3 to 3 minutes or something like that.
Barely 3 minutes, yes.
Yeah,
if you round down, it's 2.
And Llama, you still didn't get your Llama. We thought it was going to happen this weekend.
I feel like that's like a bit at this point.
Yeah.
The band's in on it. We got the band in on it.
Yeah.
They're waiting until Dick's, and they're going to open up Dick's with it for them.
All right, I got to ask. Let's do the round robin. If you had to grade this show out of 10, what do you guys give it right off the bat after the show?
7.5.
Interesting.
Mama. I give it a solid 7.
This is higher grading, I thought. All right, Travis.
Yeah. I was gonna come in at a 7, but I'll come in at like a 6.5. I think. I'm sure it was like probably an 8 if you were there, but yeah.
What would you give it?
I'm probably going like 6, 5.5 to 6, just because like the Trady HD thing sometimes gets a little weird for me. But a lot of stuff sound forced, but once they like found a groove in the second set, it kind of like actually started making a little bit of sense. There was just no epic long jams tonight.
I feel like there's before the matchup and after the matchup.
Yeah, there was no white lights, no big jams, no.
Most of our plans was pretty cool. Like I feel like
and they were getting there a couple times. It just like it never quite kept going, and there was no way to pull out.
No.
Yeah, and Slave is a dope way to end the set. That was I feel like Contact was really well placed, but truly, I feel like I was super meh until they started doing whatever the shit Chin into Ghost into Sally into Twist into Story of the Sally. Is that what Trace called?
It was fun as hell, I'm sure. Like it was a little confusing and a little off, but it was fun as hell. I'm sure
Travis called it the sneaky ghost.
The sneaky ghost.
The sneaky ghost is what Travis called it.
Yeah.
It was unusual. I think that's what does it for me is that like I'm trying to think of another. Wait, what was the example I gave earlier? That was the in and out, like when they played "Hold Your Head Up" in Tweezer Fest, right?
Right at Merriweather, right?
Tweezer Fest is like that was the first thing I thought of when they did all that crazy in and out, hold your head up, like back and forth mashup. It's not it's
Mike's song at the Roxy in '93.
Yes,
the Bomb Factory Tweezer Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a history.
But
my new brain only thought of Tweezer Fest.
Have you guys heard like Boots on the Ground? Like what are the boys thinking? I'm sure
they loved it,
and that was Wook's comment that I just put up.
Was Makita at the show tonight?
Oh yeah.
He got a waist.
Yeah.
I know he loves that song.
He loves the ballads.
Oh yeah.
Are they calling in or no? They're off on Skyrocket. God knows what.
Yeah, Wook post. This is from actually Tim from Wook because that's him on the account. But yeah, I think they all enjoyed it. They loved it from what they said in our thread. They've been sort of silent, so we haven't heard much from them. I'm sure they're raging. So rage on, boys, rage on. But yeah, I think they loved it. And of course, it's one of those shows that it's definitely, we were talking about it too. It's definitely one of those you have to be there shows. Like if you're there in the moment, you're seeing it happen and you're like, this is phenomenal. At home, you're kind of like, you can see them kind of on stage, the communication and sort of the flow and the lacking and the miss. And you're kind of like, okay, that's kind of why maybe they're doing this. And when you're there, you don't see that. So you're just in the moment living it like this fucking rules.
Right.
So, yeah. On paper, there's no way to interpret what happened.
Oh, Bizarre is confused as fuck right now.
Yeah. Well, and I think Llama put it in. Llama was saying earlier, is it really a show you go back and listen to? Like, because there's not a jam in it. There's not something you're going to point to. And some of those songs are so short. Like, are you really going to get into them? Kev said yes, he definitely would. Llama said no. What do you guys think? Where are you at with it?
Like the mics for me, I think could be revisited, but I'd have to go back and listen again. But that weird, like there's been not a lot of like quote unquote flubbing going on, and that weird like, okay, Mike's My Soul, which My Soul was solid, even though it was 6 minutes, it was solid. But then they didn't know what they were doing afterwards, and then like, oh, are we starting Week of Pog right now? I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing is with those, like both those songs, it's fun to have them jam and go into a jam and come out of a jam and into, and it was so weird that it just kind of stopped, started up,
You can't
stopped,
into
started
it.
up.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
can't, like sink into the jam. I mean, and I mean that's one of the reasons we all love Phish is like sinking into whatever that jam is. But
With butter segues.
yeah, but like the unexpectedness of it and kind of Trey's like playfulness about it all was
right.
cool. You know, I mean,
Totally.
there's so much. We have so many instances, even in this tour, where they sink into those jams and it's very serious and it's very like emotional and we all get there, right? And to have like a half an hour, I mean, it might have been like 20 or 30 minutes of no idea what they're gonna do. It's refreshing a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But
what about that Bowie?
Listen to that Casual Enlightenment Mike song. I don't want to.
I love that.
It, but I was just like, "What, Mike?"
I love that. It's a much better lyric than Mole had or Yarmouth Road. I don't want to hear about bees. I want to hear about Casual Engagement or whatever it was called.
Mike's one
night. That's
Mike's
what
one
Wook
night
calls.
stands, right.
That was what Wook calls the set killer, and I came like right at the perfect time and did what it does. Like it was that song tonight. Regardless,
obviously Trey lost a bet, and Mike had.
Wait, Llama, what were you going after?
Oh, I was just gonna say, what did you guys think of that Bowie?
Well, we were due, right? They haven't played it yet.
No,
so
right, we were due.
Everybody's hungry for the
Bowie.
Competent.
It was short, but
competent. It was short, but competent.
It's super notable for me, though. I don't like. I love a Bowie. I mean, but it wasn't. I mean, the most events aren't planned, and the Slave jams were more, notable for me than the Bowie jam.
And I told the guys I thought they'd do Maze instead of Bowie just because the Korn connection with Maze and like
Maze, I think.
Yeah, recently, but they're repeating, so I figured what the hell, throw it in there and save Bowie. But instead, they gave us sort of a truncated Bowie that wasn't anything spectacular.
Right, it wasn't.
We got it.
Good, but it wasn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
The fact that we haven't brought it up till now, obviously.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, Deer Creek's kind of known for its Bowies.
Yes, they are. Every year, there's a great Bowie there.
This one, I don't want to say fully forced, but it seemed like after the Mike song that just like completely, I don't want to say killed the whole thing, but I don't know. Twitter was just like hating. What
would the Bowie project rate that as?
I mean, it had to have been the first Mike's into My Soul, right? Did we?
Yeah, it was.
And there was a brief moment where I felt like they were going to go into Hydrogen. I was like, are they really going to do this? We have like 2 songs or the third song in, and obviously they didn't do that. But I felt like it was bold. Like we were like, oh shit, they did a Mike's into Curtain off the jump. Like, I love Sigma Oasis, like, whatever. And I thought it was going to be like super hot from there on out. And then I was like, are they going to jam Mercury? Are they going to jam?
Oh, don't get me started on the Mercury thing.
I was like, and he was like, I get it. I get when people complain about Mercury, but I'm like, yeah, you sit here and complain, and then they randomly rage Mercury. And I was like, are they going to do that? And then I was like, nope. And then I thought maybe Sally was going to get some legs. And then Sally was the catalyst for Battle of the Bands, fucking Humphreys mashup Phish version. I don't know what. I mean, I'm here for it. I thought it was epic, but I did not anticipate that at all. I mean, I thought I was like, this is a Sunday show,
right?
And I still like really love tonight's show because of how unique it was, but I still feel like Friday was the banger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. David, whatever, David. Mercury. Tonight's Mercury is proof that song it's just not good.
I just
that
want-
thing petered the fuck out. Like
I can't believe I hate your take on this. I'm not going to argue with it on the air with you, but it's funny. Like and it's it usually does suck when sand is not involved in the set or the show at some point. I feel like if there's a sand with the Mercury in that show, Mercury is always much better. I don't know what it is, but they dance together very well.
Okay.
It's prog rock goodness, man. Come on.
it's not prog rock. I was supposed to go see King Crimson the other night. Robert Fripp would never say that is prog rock. Come on.
Oh, Robert Fripp and Trey are like that.
4-4. It's 4-4. Get some of that 7-8 goodness going on or something like that.
Fair enough.
And yes, you definitely weren't there, Scory. That was a fun New Year's. That was the one I was actually at, and that was a blast with Mercury and the balls and shit. That was fun.
Mercury balls all over you.
Mercury balls.
It's like hanging out with Makita.
Was he still on the ground tonight? Do we
I
have
saw
your
a picture he was sitting on the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like to vibe out like that, man.
Did anyone put sunscreen on Chad, or is he just like a sun-fried bird?
Pabst. He kept pouring Pabst on himself and
Too many
basting
minor
himself.
baseball games.
That's right. He's good.
Yeah.
I love Chad so much. I love that video that everybody in their element was so epic.
They definitely got after it. I'm also shout out to Zook. I'm glad he made it to the show tonight too.
Yeah, that was he picked the best night out of the three.
Really?
For me.
You're calling this the best night out of the three?
For me it was.
Okay,
Simple
personal-
was the best song in the run the first night, but for me this was the most satisfying. If I had to pick one to go to, I would have gone to tonight.
Okay, that's interesting. Llama, what about you?
I really know what you mean because nobody could have anticipated how wild that mashup was. Even though there was no like thinking into a jam, I still think that that whole thing was really fucking cool. And I would have loved to experience that live. Because can you imagine like being there and being like, what? Like all that back and forth. I mean, that's you don't get that all the time. That's definitely like a one in every a lot of shows.
A couple shows.
Yeah.
Jason night one, hands down.
Where are you at, Llama?
I'm gonna be a Friday night person.
Friday was dope.
I'm with you, Llama. I'm with you.
And that's even knowing that they play a simple. Like I'm gonna pick that show.
Yeah, but Llama, I know you guys probably talked about this. Tell me you appreciated that simple. That was fucking.
That was one of the simples where they went to the jam and the song wasn't stuck in my head. So I appreciated it.
I love
There
it.
was a moment tonight where I think it was still Makasupa, but they were jamming and like hard, and it was like all this like weird stuff, and I was like, I think this technically is still Makasupa, but I had no idea.
It could have been Twist, or it could have.
That moment where he literally was just like, I'm going to sing every lyric from every song we just played throughout the entire night over whatever the fuck they were playing. I can't even remember right now.
My favorite was, I've never told you about the story of Sally. I was like,
I mean, I was impressed he remembered all the songs they had kind of played, and was actually able to kind of remember and go back through them. That was impressive.
He forgot about Waves.
Memory.
He remembered everything but Waves.
That was not.
There's our boy. That's what I want to see right there. It was a
There
good
we
show
go,
when this guy's commenting.
When Andy shows up.
When Andy rages, it's a good show.
They got a lot of nice girls there.
Oh yeah, Andy's been there the whole weekend.
Andy fucking rules.
Yeah, Andy does rule. Shout out to Andy right now.
Yeah, huge shout out to Andy. Seems like a super chill dude. Definitely want to hang out.
And can we just say, we here on the West Coast really are fucking praying that tour is actually going to happen.
Right.
Like, who knows at this point? Somebody was saying, like, Dead Tour might be done. Jazz Fest is done. Like,
Jazz Fest is done.
Well, Dead Tour, I can see that. It's like the geriatric ward going on the road.
Yeah, but the problem with the West Coast shows is they're all indoors except for Phoenix, Chula,
and
Santa Barbara. Everything else is indoors, so that's why we're kind of.
Oh, really? I didn't. Because they need the AC. They're old. They have to have AC.
With those fucking vax requirements and shit,
Yeah.
And Terrapin, we were at Terrapin the other night. They're requiring vax or negative tests, but
Right.
Who knows? I mean, honestly, I hope that I just want to go to Tahoe.
I just need to see music. I haven't seen
Right.
music since fucking March 2020. I need to fucking see some fucking music.
I know. I'm afraid Dick's is going to be awesome, and it's just going to be this tease because it'll be my first 3 shows, and then something's going to happen, and West Coast will get delayed or something, and I'm going to be like, God damn it, I got three wonderful tease shows in, and that's it, and now I got to wait till who knows when.
Yeah, I figure they'll go through Dick's and then they're going to evaluate because by the time it hits October, we might be knee deep in COVID shit again. They might be
but maybe but maybe to that point, maybe like Live Nation's already started talking about like vaccines only to the show, so maybe we'll be in that stage and maybe it'll be okay to go. Because all I know is I'm planning on going to Sacramento and San Francisco, so I want to come up and see you guys. So
same
and Rage, yeah, both of you two up at the Wook Hotel.
You'll be there. Sorry, it's getting kind of dark here.
I know you guys we're losing you. You're fading.
No.
Like Back to the Future, we're losing you guys. You're fading away.
We had the debut of Contact, and I like that song, and I thought it was a pretty okay Contact.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't give a shit. I will die in the cell. I think more rules. Spoil me. Jump out of my seat. You know, I think more is peak Youth Pastor Trek. And I just think it's awesome. It makes me feel good. I love it as a set closer. My brother, when we go to shows together, he will actually leave my immediate vicinity because it annoys him so much.
I love songs like that for people. That's great, though.
Yes,
I love that. Good.
Contact makes me think of a buddy of mine one year at the Dead at Deer Creek decided to just park in some random dude's cornfield because he couldn't find somewhere to park and the lot was closed. And he came out and his shit was towed. He was stuck in India.
Oh!
Wait, isn't there like lyrics in Contact?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Bummed is what you are when you come out to your car and it's been towed.
Yeah, I always like Contact. It's a fun song. I like Contact more than I like Bouncing. I'd rather get a Contact in a show than Bouncing because I don't know. Contact's always fun to me. But yeah I like the llama. Always.
I can get down with that, even though I'm a Bouncing stan. It's one of the songs that got me into
Bouncing is
the
the
band.
song that got me into
everybody. And but I just too many times I've seen it and dealt with that, and I always like Contact.
Well, I hope that I saw something that like Kuroda couldn't move his lights because like the system there couldn't handle the automation.
The roof wasn't high enough.
I hope. I mean, I just feel like that shit's been so cool. I hope that Hershey and AC they can move.
Oh, Hershey's a stadium, so it's huge stage. And AC, if you look on MSG Phish and MSG's account on Twitter, he has pictures of the union guys building the stage in AC.
Right. So it's probably on for there.
Oh
and then Dick's, of course, they have the good setup. So
it'll have to be Gorge. Is Gorge going to happen? Probably.
It fucking better. That's like
man,
fucking tour for fuck's sake.
And then what? Nevada? I don't know if I go to Nevada. I'd probably skip that because Nevada's a little cray cray.
Kev, we're back on the show.
No. Tahoe's on the Cali side of Nevada, so
it'll
be all right.
It's all outside.
Okay.
All right.
Giant fucking casino parking lot, like Paige said in 2013.
I was not expecting the slave to the traffic light closer.
Llama's trying to shut us down, just so you know. That's what
he's the timekeeper.
Yes.
We're approaching.
I thought that Moore was going to close it out.
Yeah, I did too.
So I was stoked to see they just like did something else. I felt like the second set was really long.
I brought it up. Well, and then when they went into Slave, I joked to Kev that they only had 8 minutes, so it wasn't going to be able to really get into a big Slave there. And Kev's like, "Oh no, they're paying a fine tonight." But they really didn't even get into it. They only went like 3-4 minutes over the clock with it.
You know how much that cost them?
$250.
The first violation is $250, right?
You know, and look at that. If that's your fine, go till midnight. What the fuck, right?
We just draw straws every night. Who's going to pay the overset fee?
Right. I mean, Merriweather, I heard it's like $5,000 if you go over, and they've gone over there a few times. Sometimes I guess they're just like, fuck it. Look at every one of you all paid $50 to see us. We can throw out 5 Gs and give you a couple extra.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. like the thank you, you're a dick. They went way over and paid that one. Of course, that was
Right.
supposed to be maybe the last time they were going there, but
Yeah.
I know the
Speaking of way over.
No, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we love you. Brian's making pizza on the grill right now.
Oh, nice.
love it.
We'll be right over.
We'll see
Yeah,
you.
we're all coming over. We're all getting out at the same time.
Joe is what is it on Tuesday probably? Hershey?
I'll be
Yep.
there with Wook. Me and Wook are gonna
Yeah,
make our
Kevin Wook will
debut
be there.
together.
Yes. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. We love you.
Love you so much. Thanks
Love
for
you
Good
guys.
seeing you
Take
guys.
care.
Take care.
your rant.
Peace and love from the Wook Motel.
Love you
y'all.
guys.
Love
Ciao.
you guys.
See ya.
All right, Llama, you
All
can
right.
close this out now.
Take
I'd
us
like to
home,
thank
Mama.
everybody for watching, and we're gonna do the mashup and end this.
Mash
a
it
weird-
up. Mash it up.
Yeah, just mash it up and talk about show, tour.
Tour, show.
And
We'll see you guys Tuesday night for another one. Kev, have a great trip. Be
And
safe.
I'm gonna be calling in, maybe in Wook's car.
Do
all
it.
right.
Because
Just,
that would be hours later that we're probably driving.
Just stay in the VIP if you end up there. All right, pal.
Right now.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going up front at Hershey. It's a fucking football stadium. I
saw
went up
Paul
front for
McCartney there.
Eminem once and had to get pulled over backstage. They had to pull me over the barrier because I was getting crushed.
Oh.
Oh, you were getting crushed. See?
Yeah.
Table of
All
turn.
right. We definitely
All right,
mashed
everybody.
this up
Thanks
from
for joining.
Eminem to
See ya.